Alright, welcome back everybody to my realm. You just listened to a piano cover of Now and Then by the Beatles. Fun fact about that song came out this year. I believe it was last month that the song was released. So the question is, how did a Beatles song release in 2023? So there was a demo tape that John Lennon had recorded back in the 70s, along with many others that were unfinished. So Yoko Ono gave these tapes to the surviving Beatles back in the 90s, and they did some work on some of them. Some of them did get released, but this specific song was never released because the piano track was covering up John Lennon's voice too much, so you couldn't actually hear what he was singing, and it would just kind of be really hard to mix. So in the last few years, Paul McCartney had gotten with Peter Jackson, and Peter Jackson developed this technology where you could take away the instrument and just have the voice, and they used this technology to get John Lennon's voice out of that demo tape, and from there they were able to mix the song into a new Beatles song. And it's weird that a new Beatles song released in 2023, and then last year, or even in the beginning of this year, I don't remember, we had the 20th anniversary of Meteora from Linkin Park, where we got a new Linkin Park song. The year before, we got a new song from Queen and Freddie Mercury. Hopefully I'm not catching what my brother has, but yeah, it's just really incredible to see that a lot of these artists, it's almost like this unintentional cultural thing where everybody just kind of realizes that the world's in a pretty terrible spot right now, and they're just coming together to bring music to everybody, and from music that made everybody happy, like Queen and the Beatles and so on. So, we are going to be continuing Final Fantasy VI tonight. Probably won't be a terribly long stream because as I've stated, I have a very bad sleep schedule. I did intend to play a lot earlier today. I set my alarm for 3 o'clock, and I ended up waking up at 6. So, 3 hours later, here we are, and, well, that's just how it goes with me. But yes, we're going to be continuing Final Fantasy VI. Don't really know where we're going to get from here, but hey, let's give it a shot, eh? And I just want to give a special shout out to Dio and Airman Protocol. Thank you for the follow last stream. I do apologize for any technical issues you may have encountered. Anything that was wrong with that last stream should be remedied by now. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue Final Fantasy VI, shall we? Perfect time for an ad break. I really hope that I did not catch what my brother did, because he caught like some, either the flu or something else, but he's just been really sick the last few days, so I'm kind of... Oh. My Spartan Ranger outfit. If anyone in the chat has played Metro 2033, that's where this is from. Oh yeah, I'm really concerned that I caught that, because I just developed a cough all of a sudden. I mean... if it happens, it happens. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Ouch! I just told you that I was coughing, and then Kevlar versus kinetic energy. Well, it doesn't really work if you hit me in the head with it. There's nothing protecting my noggin. Well, maybe if I, like, look directly up, my glasses might stop some of the impact, but then it would just smash my face. What is this? I was gonna get it off my head, but... I didn't want to lift my arms because the controller's in my hand. I have a lot of points from the last stream. Yeah, use them, use them. It is heavily encouraged to use them. I am all for you using the points so long as it's not during an emotional moment in a game where somebody slimed me. during a very emotional part of this game. But yeah, it's heavily encouraged. You can change my outfit, but it's one outfit, because I think I had it set to where you can change it once per stream per person, just so it's not spammed, but like everything else, Nickelodeon slime. So, we're having a battle inside of a store. Must be a gas station. Did someone say slime? Absolutely. Oh. That's the problem with having ears like this, is that they always get caught on my ears. Shopkeeper, are you gonna come over to where I can talk to you? You won't find a safer town anyway. Well, why do you call it the relic shop if why do you call it the relic shop if I can't purchase relics? Seems like the town is relatively unchanged since the last time. So it seems like there's not really anything new here, so I'm just gonna go see about going and getting attacked by a Veil Dancer. Yeah, I'm gonna stretch, then I'm gonna cough my, cough everything out. I think it's a psychological thing that I think that I'm catching what my brother had, but I'm not. Like, what is it, like psychosomatic or whatever the term is? Suggest a game demo, sure. I saw that one last stream, but since we had that glitch, I'm always open to suggestions. Because right now I've just been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VI, just because it's hooked me so much with how good this game is. Deliver Us Mars? I have actually not heard of that one. What kind of game is that? It's very long. Hey, I like long games. This one has been particularly long. I think this is part, like, 10 or something. I've been streaming this for quite a few weeks now, and before that I was streaming Kingdom Hearts 1, which was a couple months? Okay. I just want to use the chainsaw once, but I kill all these enemies so quickly, there's just no point in even trying. But it's good and juicy XP. So Mount Zozo was up here somewhere. Finally, a worthy challenge! This tall gentleman. Still didn't get to use the chainsaw. If you climb the top of the building with the pub sign, you can find a path leading to the Mount Zozo. The monsters up there are quick. If you go, you better have a way of making sure you're able to hit them. Like one of those, you know, sniper whatchamacallits. Well, you know, it'd be great if your relic shop actually sold me relics. But it's okay, I'll see what I can do, just going in normally, but... Players control an astronaut named... Oh, let me read the first one. It's a 2023 action video game Developed by Interactive, published Frontier Foundry. It's a sequel to Deliver Us to the Moon. My players control an astronaut named Kathy. Her father Isaac left Earth years ago after abandoning a mission to save from ecological disaster. Players learn about Kathy's relationship with her family as she travels to Mars in search of Isaac and technology that may still help save Earth. Our exploration involves solving puzzles in first-person platforming and third-person perspective. That seems like really fun. It's just finding time to actually stream it, too. Yeah, I'll definitely put that into my suggestions. Because there are a few that people have suggested to me already. So that's something that will definitely be in the backlog. It was free, but then they started charging for it. Oh, Epic Games. Is it just an EGS store thing entirely, or is it also on Steam? Let's see, where... Okay, this is the hotel. I think it's on both. Okay. I'll take a look after stream and see. Because goodness knows, the first 30-ish minutes of the stream, I'll be just helplessly looking for this pub sign. Ah, I see. Well, here, let me see if I can go into the relic shop again. Because if they're so adamant on me getting the sniper whatchamacallit, I may as well. Fallout 3 is the current one. See, that's awesome, but I definitely think more people should try out Fallout 3 given the chance. Is it the Game of the Year edition or just the regular version? Because it would be kind of a scam to get the regular edition rather than the Game of the Year. Not that the base game is bad by any means, it's just very limited when you have access to the downloadable content. Okay, good. Even better if you're playing, what was it, Fallout 3, or the New Vegas Tale of Two Wastelands mod, which just combines the two games into one, which is what I play. Okay, I have to go to the window downstairs, that's right. $14 hours until the next free game. Yeah, I have EGS, mostly just because of Kingdom Hearts being exclusive to there. Like, I'm not really particularly evasive of using the Epic Games Store. I used to, but not anymore. I still prefer Steam, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to me if I play the games there or on Steam. Only if they're, like, single-player. So if it's a multiplayer game, I'd preferably get it on Steam. But if it's single-player, it doesn't really matter if I get it on Epic or Steam. But usually I'll wait for something to go onto Steam. So, for example, the Final Fantasy VII Remake was exclusive to Epic, I believe, or something like that for a while. And I just waited for it to get to Steam, because I just didn't want to buy it on Epic. Because it's not just the layout of Epic and the lack of features. I think the biggest problem I had with it was its security. Because I actually had a second account. My first account, which I bought Metro Exodus on, and it was hacked within a week. And I had, like, I didn't have poor security or anything, it's just that Epic just was not really good at keeping your account secure back when it first came out. I think GOG is pretty good, though. I think GOG has really started to come back a little bit, because they were in a rough spot for a while whenever Cyberpunk came out. November 23rd, November 30th, 2023, Deliver Us Mars. And I really like spacey games, too, like that. The very first stream that I did of a full game earlier this year was Dead Space Remake. So I really love anything to do with space-type games, exploration. So many games that were free. Oh, hey, Tasty, welcome. You haven't really missed much. I've just been trying to locate this neon sign that they told me to go to. But how are you? You can see the remnants of the objects down here. Doing really good. Was out looking at some Christmas lights around the neighborhood. I should probably do that tomorrow when I get off work, because I'd really love to see some of the Christmas lights. Because there are certain neighborhoods that you just kind of expect there to be Christmas lights in around here. My brother even set up some Christmas lights in the apartment, which is really sweet of him to do. But currently he's incapacitated on the couch with, I'm assuming, the flu. My neighborhood has a yearly light competition. I was looking at some of the nominees. Awesome. And also, just to kind of give you a little bit of an introduction to myself, Airman, I'm, you know, of course, I'm a VTuber. I'm a spirit. I'm not... well, I guess the best way I can describe myself is that while I look to be animalistic, that is just a side effect of my being. I am a spirit. I am non-corporeal, even though you can hit me with stuff. Don't ask me how that works. But aside from that, my human form, I am a former radio personality. Did radio for a few years. I also did commentary for the last 10 on YouTube. Decided to leave YouTube, come to Twitch, because it's just a much healthier place, to be honest. YouTube just got really controlling. They're like that girlfriend who just could constantly text you and ask where you are. Okay, so I've been in here. Because currently, Tasty, what I'm doing is I'm trying to find that sign that they were talking about. Because if I go onto that sign, it'll take me to Mount Zozo. But my sense of direction is terrible. It looks like Alucard's is about to level up. But I can take comfort in the fact that I know where not to go. So I think what I'll do is I'll go to the very bottom and then I'll look at a proper map of this area. Just because I think the encounter rate is pretty intense here. How's work going, by the way? That's probably the best way I can describe it. Hey, Trends! And Amber, too! Welcome, both of you! We've got a gobbledygook. Sorry, week's been eh. Seems like a lot of us have kind of been in that spot, but hey, we're all here now. We can all relax and look at my shenanigans. So, hey, we're all good. But hey, Harvester, it's that game that you were playing the other night. Tasty. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just the air or something, because it's just like been. Wow. But hey, like I said, we're all here. We can all relax. We can talk about our weeks, and again, look at my shenanigans. Let me try going this way, because this is the top floor. Well, we've got a rather tall gentleman with shackles. My workplace decided to make fruit trays $4 cheaper, but they apparently don't have the money to pay a third person to help with the workload. Yeah, that's definitely something that I've experienced. Enos, what are you feeling? Think of having that for 2.5 years? Having what for 2.5 years? Sorry, my brain is like a goldfish. Sometimes it's just, it processes information, but it's on a dial-up connection. No, that is me. I like how even after the apocalypse, Zozo looks exactly the same. Well, I think it's just because Zozo is so trashy looking that even Kefka was like, eh. Oh, I have had similar symptoms that you're experiencing for the last 2.5 years. Yeah, and that's kind of just me in general too. Is that I also have some chronic stuff going on. I mentioned earlier in the stream that I have a really bad sleep schedule, and that's not entirely my fault. I have obstructive sleep apnea, so I tend to not get a good night's rest even if I sleep 8 hours or more. Say, for example, I sleep like 4 hours. Or, no, not 4 hours, but if I sleep for like 8 hours, I end up getting like 2 hours worth of sleep. But it's okay, I mean, I'm fine, it's just, I end up sleeping really random times. But yeah, Amber, I definitely feel that. A lot of the problems that I had with the news station job is that they were expecting me to do stuff that was meant for 2 people. But they're like, oh, this is a 1-person job because they cut off the news production assistant positions. So, not exactly thrilled about that. Okay, so let me look at a proper map of the area. I don't know where I'm going, actually. I've just kind of been wandering aimlessly because I forgot where as you would have expected me to, I completely forgot which way to go. I remembered that I had to go north somewhere, because the entrance to Mount Zozo was, like, northern or something, but, again, my memory's about as good as a goldfish, and my neurons travel at the speed of dial-up. Yes, please. I could use some help. Hey, you're on a 5-watch streak. Thank you so much, Amber. Yeah, scooch forward a little bit. Go down this building. Oh, the one over here? Oh, that made me have snot come out of my nose. Oh, no worries. No worries at all, Amber. Yeah, so this one right here. You need to go through the other ones first. Yeah. You have to go down the left building to go down the right building. Okay, so... let me jump back over here. Get into a battle with this tall, handsome gentleman. With a, well, he headbutted me. It's just really cool to come back here and all the enemies are the exact same, so... okay, I see now. Save for that, let's get some positive energy up in here. How is everybody's Christmas, plans going? So does, like, anybody have, like, any, like, really big presents that they're curious about under the tree, or going staying with family? I'm gonna be seeing my family on Christmas Day, so I've got 2 days until I do that, but I'm very happy. Good, Dio! And I'm really glad that you're here. I was kind of worried about you for a little bit, because I hadn't seen you in a while, but I'm really glad that you're here. I haven't blown up my house yet? Well, that's a plus. Once you reach solid ground, the building you want to is the entrance closest to the entrance sound. Okay. I got an Initial D shirt, die-cast car, and a cool AE86 sticker. Nice! All from my childhood friend. That's awesome, Dio. Hi, you know, just saying hi. I gotta run to dinner with my mom. Wish I could stay. Christmas keeps me busy. Hey, no worries, Cranberry. I'm just happy that I was able to locate the GoPro as well as all the accessories for it, and I messed with the photo modes a little bit, so it's actually pretty cool. I never knew this before, but you can change it to a wide angle, a regular lens. It's really cool. There's a lot of settings that you can mess with, and it's all touchscreen. It is a really cool little camera, and it's tough too, so if you drop it, it's probably not gonna break. I saw somebody drop a GoPro from, like, near orbit, and it survived the fall, so chances are you probably won't break it, and the SD card carries at least 7 hours of footage, so yeah, you're pretty much set with that thing. Okay, let me read the rest of the chat. I already got my biggest present. My dad bought me parts for a new PC and we built it together. Yeah, I'll be able to tell you on Discord, no worries. I like how we're just having random battles in these places. It's almost like a barroom brawl, basically. I may or may not have an explosive in my bedroom, like a firework? At least I hope so. Well, to be honest with you, Amber, I was just winging it. I just was like, oh, I thought that I was going to get blocked by the NPCs, but then I was able to go forward. Okay, so now we're on solid ground. And I remember you said it was at the gobbledygook and the harvester. This one right here. The one with the beer sign. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay. So do I just go into here, or... Oh, yeah, I can... I mean, I can kind of see how on the map there's a... I guess I can kind of point at it. So you can kind of see that there's like an arrow above it and then an arrow above that. I can't quite reach my arm that far because while I'm here, I'm very limited in my range of motion. Okay. Some solid rocket fuel and a shaped charge. The second hand of my... Okay, it's the same puzzle from earlier. No! See, the amount of anarchy that is in the town of Zozo very much reminds me of the Capital Wasteland from Fallout 3. It's just like, oh, well, better him than me. It's like they don't even care. Like if somebody just has their head blown off somewhere, they're like, yeah. It's just another day at the office. Hello, Blaze. I saw you were playing President Evil. How did that go, my friend? That's a game that I intend to get into at some point, because I love the Resident Evil games. I have played a good bit of them, including some of the bad ones, Operation Raccoon City, and I own Umbrella Corps, but which you can't even buy Operation Raccoon City anymore, because it's that bad. But Resident Evil 1, it's one I intended to get into, but I think the only problem I had with it was... I'm gonna go in this room first. The only problem I had with it is that I'm really terrible with tank controls. So I don't think I'd be able to really play it as intended. But have you been spooked? That's the important thing. Has Resident Evil scared you in any way? Because I will stand by it. I really feel that Resident Evil 7 is probably the scariest one in the series. Just because it's more down to earth. It's much more realistic in terms of its approach. Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut, Basement Theme, my beloved. Alright, no problem, Airman Protocol. Thanks for popping into the stream, and thank you for the follow last time. Great to have you here, and welcome to my realm. Yes, the trumpets. It is very spooky, especially the remake. Because the remake tries to kind of keep the spirit of the original alive with the, redoing the cheesy dialogue. But at the same time, it's able to keep the scare factor. Mugbear. Sorry, no, there's just so much background noise. I can't hear anything. All the Christmas lights, but I hope you have a good stream. Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to you too, Cranberry. Thank you so much. I'll message you on Discord later. Oh yeah, I forgot. All the enemies here are very quick, so you have to, like, be super quick to hurt them. An ice shield. Mugbears, as their name implies, enjoy stealing obscene amounts of guild and fleeing. Oh no! You know, strangely enough, that reminds me of a story from when I was in elementary school. So, my school district had a really big funding problem, so they couldn't get, like, licenses for a lot of things, so they would just make up characters. So one of the characters that they made up was this guy in a bear costume called Hug-a-Bear. And Hug-a-Bear, essentially, like, anytime you were the student of the month, or there would be special events at the school assemblies and so on, Hug-a-Bear would come along, and he would be with the teacher, or the counselor, the school district member, what have you, and they would give you a hug, but then you would also get a branded Hug-a-Bear lollipop along with it. But I don't, that's just an obscure memory that I have of Hug-a-Bear. I might be able to find a picture of it, but yeah, it was, that was just some weird elementary school memory that I had just now. The remake of the first Resident Evil is great. The original first one I don't think aged particularly well, though was awesome for the time, and Part 7 is the scariest by far. Hi, Aunt Jenna! Welcome! It's good to see you. Oh, that's what it is. There's a... No, give me it back! No! He keeps stealing my money! He's just like my ex, stealing money and then running away. Okay, good. There we go. My high school's old mascot was Red Sonic, not Knuckles. Literally Sonic but colored red. Our sports team even called themselves the Sonics. This was changed in my senior year for reasons absolutely nobody would see coming. Why? Why would... It seems like somebody just... It's kind of like that, the Protogen virus thing. Like the Protogen antivirus. Where it's very obviously Super Y from PBS Kids, but then they just change the color palette. It's like, oh, we can get away with this, no problem. No, not another Mugbear! Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well... No, no! Why? I'm trying to prevent myself from getting my stuff stolen. Stuck. No. Oh, they're hitting me in the back. Ow. Is it over? Can I open my eyes now? I'm literally gonna put a rubber duck in the package that I'm gonna send Cranberry. They were fucking lazy. I don't know why they never went with cows, because dairy is one of the 3 things our town actually has in it. It was so fucking funny every time, because all around the school was like official Sonic art color shifted. Oh no. I really feel that either A, they just thought they could get away with it, or B, like maybe like the advertising department of that school just really did not understand copyright law. or they legitimately thought that changing the color of the character would make it a legit character. No! Getting robbed of my gill. There we go. You have no idea about how badly I want to see art of that. I'm surprised you haven't played the RE1 remake. Gosh, I wish I had taken pictures of that stuff. It was wild. So, it's getting jammed on my ears. That's the problem. I can't get it off. Ah! You win this time. But yeah, I have played the RE1 remake, I just never finished it. I mean, I love it, but again, the tank controls just are really hard for me because it wasn't a playstyle that I really grew up with. Because I didn't really get into horror games until Dead Space. But I do own the original, I own the original version and the remake, so I have the potential to play either or. There's probably some relics left around the school. I'm going to ask my sister to look around once winter break is done. Our sports teams are still called the Sonics, but now the mascot is a much more fitting bull. Hey, Sarah, welcome! I still cannot believe that that was a thing. I remember, it kind of reminds me of a story of this guy who was creating an indie game, I think for the Apple App Store or something, and he literally just bought a Yoshi model off of Turbo Squid and changed the color. And he's like, oh, this is my original character, Nintendo can't do anything to me. It's like, even if your character is completely separate from a Nintendo character, it will, like, even if it is clearly your original design, Nintendo has enough money to bullshit their way into legality. I have Wawa. It's a really great glow up compared to the original game. I go back and forth with my preference between the first RE remake and the second remake. Both are far better than oh yeah, Resident Evil 3 remake was atrocious. I mean, it was a fun game, don't get me wrong, I liked the gameplay style of it, it was just way too short. Because I was able to beat RE3 Remake in less than an hour, and there was no bonus content save for the extra weapons that you could get. Because I actually did a speedrun of it, I was able to beat it in 55 minutes, and that's just way too short for a game. Which Resident Evil 2 Remake, if you have like the infinite ammo and stuff, you can get through it fairly quickly, but at the same time, it's just, they cut so much from the Resident Evil 3 Remake, such as the clock tower and, what was it, the courtyard, I think? And Nemesis. Like, Nemesis didn't have that air of unpredictability that he had in the original. I actually watched a video essay on this, because Nemesis in the original would just pop up at random sometimes, and he really adapted the way that he fought with you based on how the situation was. So if you were BSing and hiding behind a corner, evading his rockets, he will run at you and start hitting you. But in the remake, it was all scripted, so anytime you encountered him, yeah, he had a little bit of unpredictability, but he was really just an over-glorified Mr. X from RE2 Remake with some new moves. And his boss battles were just annoying. I mean, the final boss was cool, but his boss battles in general were just really annoying because it was basically just, if you forgot to get X weapon here, then you're basically screwed. But I can find an old picture of the old mascot if I look hard enough. Yeah, I wish R3 Remake was given the same love as the other ones. Still so early into Part 4 to form an opinion. Very controversial opinion, but didn't care much for the original Part 4, even as it's... And that's a... It's not really controversial, because RE4 really changed the theme of Resident Evil. While it's a really fun game, it was definitely more action-y than scary. There were some disturbing moments, but for the most part, it was very... It was very more action-oriented. They took away a lot of the scary factor by adding the Ganado, which were the human enemies. But, that being said, I still loved Resident Evil 4 a lot. It is my favorite Resident Evil next to 7. And then the remake, I think, just took all of what made the original great and made it 10 times scarier and better. But I won't spoil anything for those who haven't finished it. Mr. X was much more formidable than Nemesis in the respective remakes, because Mr. X wasn't scripted and you had to really watch out for him. Yeah, and that was what made him scary, because you heard the footsteps and you just knew that he was somewhere. Whereas Nemesis, he just kind of was there, and he would appear sometimes. And the one time that he has his rocket launcher, it's a scripted run sequence, so you don't even really get to experience it. Bugbear! Or Hug-a-Bear! He's coming back from my elementary school days. Mr. X was way scarier, and he had better memes. Because I just remember how many memes there were of X gonna give it to ya. Most people like the game for the witty characters, especially Leon, rather than the horror aspect. And Leon is an amazing protagonist. I absolutely love Leon Kennedy as a character, because he grows so much in the course of the game. Or in the series, because he went from the rookie cop to this badass agent of the US government. I had an argument about this topic with a friend who said Nemesis was scary in the remakes. Sounds like they never played the original, which, I mean, part of that may be because of the graphical fidelity of the original, because a lot of people, when they look back at horror games of that era, they think, oh, because it's old, it's not scary. In fact, I think it being older makes it scarier, because when you look at a lot of horror games nowadays, especially indie, they go for that old retro look, so it honestly makes it scarier when it's older like that. Like, Silent Hill 2 has some of the corniest dialogue I've heard since Resident Evil, but I still love Silent Hill 2. I need to finish it, but it's still scary because the dialogue in that game is just so unrealistic for the situation, because they're in this hellish town and nobody wants to comment on how irregular that is. I mean, one of my favorite lines in that game is, "This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza?" Oh, save's gonna be happening in a while. I'll give it a quick save. Okay, yeah, I'll do that right now. I'll do it again just to be safe, because my neurons fly at the speed of a dial-up connection. The flowers are made of silk, and quite beautiful they are too. Dear Lola, I'm writing to beg for your forgiveness. I am guilty of perpetuating a terrible lie. I have only now realized the error of my ways and taken up this quill in hopes of correcting a great wrong. Your boyfriend, who you believe to be in Mobliz, passed away some time ago. I have been writing to you in his stead. We humans have a tendency to become trapped in the past and refuse to move on. I implore you to not let this happen. Now's the time for you to look forward and rediscover love and all the other joys of life. Colonel Sanders. It's locked. Okay, so I'm guessing that I don't have the key for this yet. I really need to play Silent Hill 2. But, you know, big mommy vampire ladies scarier than Mr. X and Nemesis. Being dominated scares me, ooh-woo. Like, no, Dommy mommy, don't choke me and stab me in the ball womb. I'll make the floors wet and... Why did I read that out loud? What is wrong with me? But no, Lady D, appropriately named, Lady D is only in the first part of that game, too. She's not even like a main villain. Silent Hill's writing makes the player feel uncomfortable, both the weird-ass lines, the amateur voice acting. This town is full of monsters. How can you sit there and eat pizza? I want to be Lady Dimitrescu as well, you know, don't worry. Well, I mean, you can play as her in Mercenaries mode, so, I mean, just live that dream. It's Colonel Sanders! Our boy! Hopefully this doesn't spoil much, but if you intend on defeating the alternate dragon bosses, one of them is located in Mount Zozo. Memories of the world before the fall remain, but the light of dawn doth never change, nor the hearts of men. Colonel Sanders! What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken? You're all alive? Colonel Sanders. I shall go with you. We must not abandon the world to Kefka. But however did you find me? Wait, tell me you did not read my letters. Yeah, we read all of your letters. Is he just, like, absorbing all of these flowers into his pockets? Or rather, his inventory. Well, he doesn't have pockets. He has an inventory system. Though these are their, sort of a minor diversion of mine. Really, really big pockets. Or if you go with the original Zelda TV show, the cartoon, Link's items just shrink, and then they go into his pocket normally. So maybe they shrink and they go into his pocket. These flowers are gorgeous. Oh, must thou embarrass me so? Why did you stand up on the table to do that? Dost thou truly think so? And Amber is also standing on top of the treasure chest. I wondered what had become of that poor girl, always waiting for word of her beloved. I decided to pay a visit to Miranda. I learned that she had long since stopped receiving replies, but still sent a letter every day. I could not bear to stand by and do nothing. As I wrote to that girl, I began to realize that I was no different from her. I was refusing to move on. I could not let go. I will no longer live in the past, but we all must look to the future now. By the way, I encountered Sir Wendy's in Miranda. He said he would get strong, smash Kefka. I believe that means he intends to hone his skills in order to challenge the Lord of the Tower. Knowing Sir Wendy's, he was probably headed for the Veld. It's locked. But I want to... You couldn't give me the courtesy of getting the key to this chest before we move on, Colonel Sanders? Tisk tisk. So, is the Dragon of Mount Zozo something that I should wait to fight right now, or come back later, kind of like before I go to Kefka's Tower? Because, if I'm capable of fighting them now, absolutely, but I don't want to go to it if I'm not really ready to fight them. Because I know that the bosses of the World of Ruin are a whole different animal. Well, either way, I mean, I know the location is here, just in case. Maybe go up a few more levels. No! I just scrolled for like 20 minutes on the official Facebook group and then gave up. They probably wanted to just get rid of it completely. Pretend that it doesn't exist. Okay, there we go. See, I honestly wouldn't blame the school for doing that, though. Just because, like, a lot of my old YouTube videos, I've kind of purged them from existence. Just because I don't want to be reminded of certain things. Because the thing with my old YouTube content is that a lot of my videos got really popular, like, oh. Literally right there. My attention span's terrible. But yeah, like, a lot of my old YouTube content, I got really high view counts on them, like, some of them went to 500,000, there was one that had 2 million views. There was a couple that had 200,000, so they got pretty high up, but I was just embarrassed with the quality of them. And they brought back a lot of bad memories, so I got rid of them. I definitely tried to beat them all, though. While they're optional, if you're playing, you might as well. That was a main motivation for recommending save, though, in case you decide to try at least once. So I'm assuming it's not going to be at the top of the mountain here, just because I don't really see any other way to move from here. I mean, there's that right there, but can't use my magical powers to jump over there. You'd have to backtrack a bit. Okay. So what's in the chest? What are these? Well, machinery for dunces, a pictorial guide to machines. Everything about machines. Machines for the mechanically disinclined. And Bushido in the bedroom? What? What? Pardon me? Oh, I wish my model had reactions live to my facial expressions, because I am just... My non-existent jaw is on the floor right now. I feel very, disturbed, but also intrigued. Oh yeah, there was that other door that was up here, that's right. Mugbear! Hi Pete, welcome! I'm glad that you arrived at the stream after something just happened. Okay, I see. So there's a save point right there and then also a switch. Boom. Aww. Oh, I guess I have to, like, hit his flight path or something. Dang it, Mugbear! You were not at my elementary school, Mugbear. See, I wonder if that's, like... I don't know. I gotta find a picture of that again, just because in my yearbook from elementary school, they actually took a picture of Hug-a-Bear, and they added him as, like, one of the faculty. So I need to find one of my yearbooks that has him in it, because it's literally just a portrait photo of a guy in a bear costume. You might be able to beat him. I get the dragon mixed up. Storm Dragon. Oh, geez, he did a lot of damage already. I'm just gonna kind of feel him out a little bit. Leaf Swirl. Yep, that answers my question. It's okay, though. At least I know that it's there. But I also feel really bad about hurting dragons in games, because dragons are cool. Like, I love dragons. But I was already on my way down anyway, so... I know that it's here, so... when I am ready, I can return. But as it stands right now, I am not ready. Are those literally like hermit crabs with pyramids on their back? Ram. Maybe come back once your character's closer to 3,000 HP levels. Yeah, because if I can tank a hit that's like 1k HP, that would be ideal. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna spend a lot of time grinding off stream at some point. Probably not until I reach a certain turning point, but there will be a point where I'm definitely gonna spend a day or something just grinding. And I was recommended to go to Narsh for that. Okay, so I scrolled through the official hockey team site and I found something interesting. Within the past year, there's several photos featuring the mascot very prominently. However, if you go back over a year or so, there's literally no evidence of a mascot even existing. This can only lead to one conclusion, that Ronick, TM, was fried off the face of the earth by the light of judgment. Oh. Hey, long time no see. Hey, Zwick, I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? You and Dio are both here, so that's really great to see. I'm glad to see ya. What it's worth, I think he's one of the harder ones. I know I said earlier I couldn't remember, but when I saw those attacks, it came back to me. You just get back those bad memories of just immediately dying. No! But yeah, like I said, I need to find those pictures of Hug-a-Bear, because since you're mentioning the bit with your mascot, I gotta find pictures of Hug-a-Bear just to show that I'm not crazy and this actually was a thing at my elementary school. And the thing is that it was kind of almost a popularity contest thing, because it was, if you were student of the month, or you were a really exemplary student, they would come into class, they'd give you a certificate, and then they'd give you some lollipops that were in the shape of Hug-a-Bear's head. Like, what's this bear even doing with his gill anyway? I mean, it's not like he can go to the store and just grab something. It's like, oh, I've got all this gill. Yeah, I'm totally bear. I'm just gonna go and buy stuff at the store. Like, I mean, it's the same concept as like, oh, this grizzly bear has like $200 in a wallet. It's like, of course, are you gonna serve the grizzly bear at the gas station? Probably not. The bear just enjoys shiny. Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the bear from the movie Over the Hedge. No, don't you run away! No, my gill! It's okay. I've already got most of the things that I need anyway, so... Hug-a-Bear stole my gold. But we learned Banish, Protect, Stop, and Poison. Alucarbi's learned Poison! Because we don't need nothing but a good time. How could we resist? And it don't get better than this. I'll keep looking and notify if I find anything good. I love how the bear, for some reason, always steals the exact same amount of gil. Maybe he's just really careful. Like, he knows that if he double dips a little too much, then it's gonna be noticeable. But at the same time, I mean, he's mugging us, so he's not being discreet about it. He's entering a battle with us to mug us. But I also think it's also irresponsible of the party members to have all of their gil in one place. Seeing how I'm relatively new to your streams, would you want, for example, hints on how to find the optional secret character, for example, without outright telling you, just something like a go to the city sort of thing, or would you let something like that be too much? Well, you're an exception, Aunt Jenna, because you're family, but usually I don't ask for hints unless I need them, but I'm completely okay with it. Cranberry and Amber have really been helping me through this game quite a bit, because I've gotten stuck quite a lot. So any help is appreciated. It's usually when it's the only time I ever have a problem with it is when it's unwarranted, or like I'm getting overwhelmed with people telling me, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, I didn't mean to go back up. There we go. Well, at least for now, we're back in an area where the enemies aren't going to immediately steal my gil or kill me. No! I will say one secret character is in Narsh, and you saw them wondering about early in the game. Won't say anything beyond that. Was it the Yeti? Because I really feel like the Yeti was just there, out of place, and... because I just commented on it, I was like, oh, look, a Yeti! And I just have a feeling that it's going to be the Yeti. I've learned to trust my intuition on that. Because when you said that it's something that, like a fever dream that the developers would have created, I really feel like having a Yeti in my party is that. But, again, I know you either way you won't tell me. Which is good, because I don't want to know just yet. Right now, my focus is getting out of Zozo. No! I also just love how the place is so run down that even the ghosts are just on the street like that. Oh, that reminds me, are you doing anything for Christmas, Aunt Jenna? I asked other chat members, and this goes for everybody. Are you guys, are all of you doing anything for Christmas, next few days, or anything super special? Okay, so, let's see. So before I go there, I'm actually going to go make a pit stop back at one of the earlier towns, just so I can get some supplies. You found a surviving image? Yes, post it in the Discord, and then I will show it on stream. Let me see. Is there stuff in this item shop? No, these were just weapons. I need supplies. I'm not Riley making over, just not busy with her roommates, but I'm just going to enjoy the days off. Maybe have a craft beer or two and play some video games. May watch the new Extras as well, as I've heard of. It's not great. It's a Blumhouse production, so take that information as you will. I can't make any judgments on it. I've seen some reviews, but I think making a sequel to a horror movie from the 70s is going to be a challenge for anybody. Just making a sequel to something hasn't had a movie like it in so long is a challenge. Yeah, I'll just go directly north again, and I'll stop at Figaro Castle and buy stuff there. Because I can get a discount. Oh, I can't disembark here. Lame! Luckily, I can just land here. Alright, so let me take a look at this monstrosity of a thing. So let me open up my Chrome. I don't think you're emotionally prepared for what we're about to see, chat. This is their high school mascot. The eyes are even there. Oh my goodness. Well, gotta go fast. It's literally Red Sonic with like a little bit of a cape or something here, and then a tie, I think. Is this a scar on their cheek? Is that like blood or something? Gotta move speed. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is that like a scar, or is that just like part of the fuzz of the costume? It literally looks like they either A, they commissioned some company to just like make a red Sonic costume, or they took an existing Sonic costume and then they just like repainted it with like dye to make it red. But it's like, that is clearly, obviously Sega's character. Because, you know, they probably could have gotten away with it a little bit more had they like changed the eye design, but no, they have the same exact eyes! Like, the split eye and the singular eyeball with the two pupils, like, Sonic OC, it might just be the fact that I haven't seen it in 2 years, but I swear it looked better in person. I don't know, like, this is just my visual representation of this, but wow, that is rough. But I love it because it's so bad. But yeah, let's pretend that we didn't see that, and we'll move on to getting some supplies in Figaro. Oh, wow. Also, I will not be posting the VOD of the WWE stream. I will be posting that to the YouTube channel. So I'm going to be editing that one manually because I'm going to add theme music and everything to the characters and make it more interesting. You can still see the VOD on the Twitch stream, but it won't be on my VOD channel for those who want to view it there. I'm going to be uploading it to the Split Screeners channel. So if you want to see it there, I will be editing it probably tonight or tomorrow. Have it, not need it, and need it, not have it. Which is what a hoarder would say, but I'm very much a hoarder. Honestly, ethers are worth their weight in gold, so it's probably better that I buy more of those. I guess I could spare a few more high potions. There we go, I'm completely restocked. See, now I have to find that picture of Hug-A-Bear, so everybody can be disturbed by Hug-A-Bear too. And that's the best thing about streaming, is you get to learn more about me as time goes on. And I get to tell all these stories, and that's what's better about doing this rather than YouTube, is because we get to do this all live, and you get to talk to me in real time, pending stream delay, but you get to see the more... I hesitate to say human because I'm a spirit, but you get to see the human side more. I read that as masochist. That literally looks like a ball of fluff with an eyeball. Oh, I need to heal Burger King. Luckily, I bought some tents, so... There we go. Nice and relaxing camping trip. I would never be able to share the majesty of Ronic TM with some YouTuber the same way I can share it here with y'all. Yeah, and, you know, YouTube does have its live capabilities, but at the same time, I did YouTube live streaming for a little bit, and it just wasn't the same, because, and partially because it was kind of muddied being on that old YouTube channel of mine and my friends, but it just wasn't the same, because when people came into the stream, they would just be asking specifically about, oh, did you see this? Like, can you do this video? I didn't get the Hug-A-Bear reference because I'm so old I had to look it up. Teddy Ruxpin was Ruxpin, the popular bear from my youth, and he was creepy. Well, Hug-A-Bear, I hesitate to name the elementary school due to privacy, but, well, at the elementary school that we both went to, Hug-A-Bear was like this custom character that they had made for the school. So I think it was a district-wide thing, because I remember that he would go to different schools, but it's basically just this bear costume that I think they bought from Party City or something, and they used it as their own little character. So each time that there would be a Student of the Month ceremony, or like somebody would get an assembly or something, somebody got an award, a Student of the Month, perfect attendance, somebody from the district in Hug-A-Bear would come into the classroom, or the library, or wherever we were, and then they would give you a lollipop and some other prize along with your certificate for whatever you did. So I just remember, like, from 3rd to 5th grade he would pop up, but after that, maybe it was just because I was not at the school anymore, obviously, but I just remember that he kind of dropped off the face of the earth and I never saw him again. But he's in my yearbooks. You just look at the back of the yearbook at the faculty, and then it has Mrs. So-and-so here, and then Hug-A-Bear here. I don't care about my privacy. What are you going to do, nuke my town? Good, please do. I want 80% of the people here to burn for the crimes of bigotry and absolutely horrendous driving skills. Haha! Make that 2, because the driving skills of this place are just as bad. Usually it's people who don't know how to use their turn signal. Oh, this is the Coliseum. No. No, no, I am... No. I saw who was at that desk. I saw who was at that desk. No. Fuck. No. No. I don't... Only because you said so. Oh. I don't want to. Oh. I don't want to fight Ultros. Me, the great noble Ultros, reduced to working as a receptionist in the stinking Coliseum. Oh yeah, you'd better not bet any cheap crap or Mr. Typhoon will have to come teach you a lesson. So the only way the Ultros can survive is by working a minimum wage desk job. Okay. Well, I think that's the ending that I wanted out of him. This is the Dragon's Neck Coliseum. Champions from all over the world come here to fight for prizes and glory. You both say the exact same thing. The more valuable the item you wager, the better the prize will be if you win. He definitely won't fight you. Oh, I don't want to. Oh, hey, there's an Imperial soldier here. I'm an Imperial soldier, probably the last one alive. I passed along a secret to that friend of yours with the bandana. Talked to the Emperor twice. It's a hint to finding the place where Emperor Gestal hid some legendary treasure. No idea what it means. All battles in the Coliseum are one-on-one auto battles. Could you explain? Coliseum entrants must wager items when they fight. First, choose an item from your inventory to wager. Once you've chosen an item, your opponent will appear. Choose a combatant from your party to battle against them. An automatic one-on-one battle will then take place. You will not be able to issue your own battle commands. The item you wagered serves as your entry fee, and if you win, you'll be awarded with an even better item. That's all there is to it. Okay, so it's kind of like it's essentially gambling, basically, or like a horse race. You know what? I've got nothing to lose. Let's throw in something, like, relatively common just to see. Yeah, like I said, I was probably gonna, like, wager something really low value. So, like, let's throw in, I don't know, a tent. And we'll have big. Isn't that technically cheating? Just knocking you out of the arena and not fighting till your health goes down? But either way, I mean, now that I, like... So I guess it's kind of like a wager match kind of thing. Yeah, well, no, I wasn't wrecked, I was snorted. The news anchors would know all about that one. Okay, so up north we've got the Coliseum, so what is over here? Probably doesn't hurt to kind of see, like, where everything is, too. I'm assuming this is Narch. Well worth revisiting later on. Yeah, because I would imagine it's kind of like the Opera House. Sadly, I gotta go. Got our plans with a friend tonight. Hope you have a great stream. All right, Tasty. Have a good night and have fun with your friend. Don't be shy to say hi. Oh, Narch is like completely abandoned. Or either that or the residents are just in buildings. It seems you have some magicite. Welcome to our school for budding adventurers. We're always here to help you find your way in the world, or at least what's left of it. Okay, so Narsh is, I think what I'll do is I'll kind of, like, get... Test Writer. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is, Cranberry was recommending coming here for, like, grinding. So what I'll do is I'll probably just come here later. I'm just kind of exploring the area, just kind of getting all the map markers filled. Oh yeah, that's definitely worthwhile as far as XP is concerned. Because I think what I'll do is I'll over-level just because I know that whenever I get to the final dungeon, there's going to be a lot of BS. And I don't want another dual-hand situation, so I want to kind of over-level as much as possible. Probably one thing you could probably do here, but the enemies here are pretty nasty right now. Yeah, I definitely don't want to take that risk. Duncan's cabin. Oh, hey, it's, what's his face? Duncan. Why the surprise face? Do you think I died or something? Well, I mean... Yeah, dead, Master. I mean, we kind of, suspected that you were dead the whole time, and the end of the world... That's what I thought. I thought he was bacon for a second. Oh dear, Big, you aren't crying, are you? Either that or we're just all having the same hallucination. Waha, do you think a little thing like the end of the world was going to do me in? The Earth tried to swallow me up once or twice, but I pried its jaws open and climbed back out. Big, it's time for me to teach you my ultimate technique. Use it to knock Kefka into next week. But if we knock him into next week, we're just gonna have to deal with him next week. That's just putting the problem off. Like, that's just procrastinating. Get ready! Oh, this would be so cool to see in, like, 3D, because it seems like they're having some sort of martial arts duel right now. Speaking of big... Seems like you're having a martial arts duel right now. Are they fighting in the air? I'm surprised they didn't destroy the hut. I call it the Phantom Rush. Instead of the Phantom Menace or the Phantom Pain. Now go on, hit Kefka with every blitz I taught you. They need to make an animated series of this game. It would go crazy. I would love to see just, like, as I said, this game and Kingdom Hearts and Skies of Arcadia are my 3 favorite games I've streamed this year by far. And that's, what's funny is that I haven't even finished this game yet. Don't worry about me, go defeat Kefka. I'm really anxious to try that new blitz that he taught me. So it is kind of worthwhile just kind of going around and seeing these different places. They really do need to remake this game eventually. Final Fantasy Remake was so good, and I can't wait for Rebirth to come out in February. But I imagine what they could do with the remake of this one. Yeah, and something that I've seen is that I love Final Fantasy VII, but I definitely see how Final Fantasy VII's kind of overshadowed this game a lot, and it's kind of a tragedy because I love Final Fantasy VII, but I'm having an absolute blast with this game, and it's just really sad to see that they haven't really done anything with it save for the pixel remasters. Damage! I think that's the highest I've hit any enemy in this game so far. That was definitely worth the effort. There's been on and off again rumors of a Final Fantasy IX remake, and it would be really cool, but this one would be much better. I like Final Fantasy IX, but I think, like, the art style was a little bit more... If it's the one I'm remembering, it's the one with the more chibi art style. It's the one with BB, I think. And I do like Final Fantasy IX, it's just, it's one that I never, like, I watched somebody play, I didn't play it myself. some point I'm gonna try playing a Dissidia Final Fantasy game. Because Dissidia is basically just a fighting game Final Fantasy. And it'd be really, I think that'd be really fun to play, because we would be able to have the characters from 15, 7, and also 6 all fight together. I wonder what this is. Something else they need to make is a new Final Fantasy Tactics game. It's been a long time since I've played Final Fantasy Tactics. I love Vivi. The only character I like more than him so far is Freya. She's so cool. Yeah, Vivi's really cute. Like, the voice actor for Vivi in World of Final Fantasy is the voice actress of Phil and Lil from Rugrats. That, and also the one who plays Edgar in World of Final Fantasy, because they have 3 Final Fantasy VI characters in World of Final Fantasy. They have Terra, Celeste, and Edgar is played by Ray Chase, who also happens to play Noctis, who is also in the game. So we get Noctis and some Final Fantasy VI characters in the same game, which is cool. And Sora is also in that game, but just as a cameo. Oh, hello again. It's been a while. Let me tell you, those repairs of yours were top-notch. I told you I'm not. Now hurry up and fix that chair over there. You're gonna need to stand on it so you can fix. Oh, it's the senile old man. You don't suppose, Wendy's, couldn't that man be your father? Oh, okay. But yeah, tonight's stream probably won't be too terribly long, just because I do want to share photos tonight, and I don't want to put that off, because I've seen that there were some photos that you've got your Aurora photos big, and then I've also got Cranberry's Adventures that I'd like to share. Because something that I do is every stream that I get the opportunity... Is that a like from Zelda? Oh, there goes gravity. He just ate. What? Burger King. He just ate Burger King. Have it your way. But as I was trying to say, I do this thing at the end of most streams, if there are any available. I like to showcase my community's photos or artwork or things that they're passionate about, they want to share on stream. So if you have any photos or music or things that you want me to show up on stream, I would love to show them. So that's my way of giving back to the community, so do let me know if there's anything you'd like to do. I cannot believe that Burger King just got eaten by a like from Zelda. What is that thing? Yeah. Like, what did I just encounter? Zone Eater. I did a battle with a dungeon. I'm tempted to tell them as well. So should I get eaten by this thing? This is another one of those come back to later scenarios. It's doable. Okay, yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of exploring the map right now, so, I mean, if it's something that I can come back to later, then I will. Yeah, I'll come back to it later, once I'm more leveled up. So if you want to hear the like zone, enter the like zone, be my guest, but at least save first. Yeah, I'm not going to enter the like zone because I don't want to be eaten. At least not yet. That's really great out of context. Oh, so this is, I think this is actually where I'm supposed to go, right? The Velt? Because this is where they said that, Wendy's is at. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna get back on the ship real quick. Because I do have a walkthrough here that doesn't spoil anything. So it's, I guess it's recommended in the Velt to, let's see. There's optional espers and bosses in the Game Boy Advanced port and mobile version that I wish they added in the Pixel Remaster, including a giant cactus named Gigantor, or Gigantor. Okay, so, what would you recommend me doing here while I'm kind of on the airship and we're kind of in a relaxing spot? What would you recommend me to do next? Only 3 members while on the Velt? Okay. Oh yeah, the ship is completely different than the Blackjack. Makes sense, but I'm gonna have to get used to the new layout. Is that a staircase back there? No, that's just part of the engine. Since you asked. Yeah, usually whenever I ask, like, that's when I'm, you know. All members. Oh, what did I just do? I just got rid of all. Yep, that's what I did. Fuck. Okay, so I will just, return to title screen and then come back. That way I don't have to do that again. There we go. Problem solved. Okay. My game locked up for a second. Okay. What an intriguing apparatus! That's what I read in your Bushido in the Bedroom book. Okay, so I'll bring big, Celeste, and... You know what? We'll bring Colonel Sanders along. Well... You know what? I've actually grown pretty fond of Burger King, so I'm gonna bring Burger King along. Lethal Company references? No way. You're a great asset to the company. Okay, so is it gonna be in the area kind of around the Veld or in the cave? Because the last time that I encountered... Cyan, take out the apparatus. We need to meet quota! Dobermans. Just walk around the belt randomly. Okay. Spritzer? The names are beyond me sometimes. Speaking of, I did get Lethal Company recently. Awesome, awesome. The game is really fun. Like, a lot of people compare it to a streamer bait kind of game, but it's just a really fun game. It's not one that's frustrating, and I'm always happy to see people get into the horror genre because it is technically a horror game. So it's really nice to see people getting into that genre because a lot of people... Oh, there he is! Wendy's! Do I have dried meat? Yes, I do! Take the dried meat. I'm Wendy's! Your friend, I join you again! Wait, now that he's in the party, doesn't that mean that I can go to that house that I was just at and... Because, like, didn't that house just, like, Duncan's house or whatever mention that... I don't know. Speaking of which, also in terms of gaining new attacks for characters absorbed, the World of Ruin has some doozies. My personal favorite is the Black Cat attack. Yeah, wasn't it this place up here? You can, yes, but don't let him... Don't... My reading comprehension is about as good as a blind squirrel. Okay, so he's level 13 right now, so he's pretty much the same level as when I left him. Personally, I can never be bothered to train him. Yeah, I mean, he's cool, but, like, he has, a very niche kind of attack pattern. Blind squirrels are very reading comprehension. Are very reading comprehension. Well, at the very least, I'm getting some items out of it. Leap to learn new abilities. Attack its weak point for massive damage. He's, in the interest of full disclosure, my least favorite character, so I always name him something crude that I can't say on here, but at the same time I always attempt to build up everyone in my playthroughs, which isn't a bad idea at all. So we've got an Imperial soldier here, but... Oh, he's gone. Personally, I prefer having 4 characters that I have full control over, so I can always use healing items if he'll show up again. Oh, okay. Okay, so every time he learns an ability, you have to do that. That is kind of tedious. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's very tedious if you have to do that every single time. Yeah, that is lame. But hey, it's okay. So, should I go to this house here? Or wherever that house was that they mentioned Wendy's about? Or should I wait to do that until later? Okay, good. So I can use like a potion or something. Cave is a pretty good next destination, but going to the house can be done wherever. Okay. I'm just really fascinated as to what's going to happen next. Oh, hello again. It's been a while. Let me tell you, those repairs of yours were top-notch. I told you I'm not. Now hurry up and fix that chair over there. You're going to need to stand on it so you can fix the roof. You don't suppose Wendy's, could that man be your father? Oh, whoa. Come on, Wendy's, don't you think? Father? Yeah, that guy's gotta be your dad. Wendy's dad? Wendy's! Alright, let's go tell him. He needs to know you're his son. Wait a minute, this is a once-in-a-lifetime event. We should at least dress you up a bit. Let's go to Big, no! But what? Let's go to Jador and get you all spiffed up. Why? We were here! No, Wendy's, how many times do I have to tell you not to eat with your fingers? Don't say, oh, when you mean sorry. Yo! What to do, oh, this is nice. But we need something that will look good on Wendy's. Oh, pick something already. What did you say? Nothing. Now, this is a fine and jaunty little hat. Maybe if he were a clown. I beg your pardon, if he wore a crown? Ha! We would not want his father to think he is some kind of prince, now would we? I know just the thing. That's a Kenpo-gi. It's perfect, functional, yet sporty. That's not exactly what I had in mind. Not an ounce of fashion sense between you. Alec Harvey's, no, we're trying to make him look better, not worse. Listen, Wendy's, you're gonna go in there now and show your father what a fine young man you've become. I feel like this is gonna get really emotional really quickly. I am not prepared for this. Oh, you finally came to do those repairs? No, actually, I was wondering if you knew anything about Emperor Gestal's map. The Emperor's map? Seemed like that's all anyone wants to talk about these days. Pardon? A little while back, another repairman wearing a bandana came here asking the same thing, so I told them. Then where is it? It's where the mountains form a shape like a star. Sheesh, why didn't you just ask me about it from the beginning? No need to be so shy. Now, sir... Right, I need you to get to those repairs straight away. He's been bitching about repairs for a year now. Like, literally, he's by himself, and all he cares about is like, oh, when's the next person gonna repair my chair? Sir, you had a son once, didn't you? You remember, right? A son? You see, sir, he's alive. Wendy, speak up. Father? Huh? What's all this business about a son? I don't have a son. But now that you mention it, I once had a terrible dream. A dream in which some sort of kind of demon child was born. I grabbed the thing and rushed off to the veldt with it. The thing was crying like crazy by the time I got there. But, sir... I left the child there, and then I turned around and ran, trying not to look back. I'm trying to tell you. And all of a sudden the crying stopped. I turned around, and there was some frightful monster. Never seen anything like it. Hideous it was. Still gives me the shakes when I think about it. I give up. This guy's hopeless. But you, young man, your parents must be proud to have such a fine son. I still dream about being chased by that demon child. Terrifying, those dreams. Why, you old... Running your mouth not even so much as thinking about Wendy's feelings. You want me to beat some sense back into you? Oh. I'm sorry. Father alive. Wendy's. Ha. Happy. I guess that's the best way that... That's the thing that I love about this game so much, is that each character has this story arc that just is emotional as hell. Okay, but does he keep the tuxedo? That'd be pretty great if he does. Black Cat Attack would be worth finding within reason because it really does a lot of damage in your party, but if it takes more than, say, 10 battles or so, it might not be worth your while, especially if you plan on rarely using the character. So, Emperor Gestal's treasure is where the mountains form a star. Yeah, I'm just kind of flying around. We should go straight to Kefka's tower. Oh, I'm assuming this is the star. Okay, should I land here? Well, I guess I can't land here. Or, I guess... no! No! No, it locked me in. I can't do anything. Oh, fuck my life. You can leave instantly. Good. Oh, for crying out loud. Ah, stop it, game! I'm about to throw my damn controller! There we go. Good. Good. I'm gonna go back to the belt. Oh, yeah, I need to go reform my party. You know what? I'll bring Colonel Sanders out for a spin. Haven't used him in a while. Let me see here. Oh yeah, good call. Because I remember I got the Murasama specifically for him. There we go. Yeah, because you're pretty much my mage, so it's good to have that. I mentioned grinding earlier, this is a good place for that, especially in terms of AP and getting new spells quickly. Oh, it's Interceptor! That means Jack in the Box is here. Twin Sight, that is literally just a praying mantis. I like how Burger King puts on a helmet when he uses the drill. Twin Sight sounds like the name of a scrap Scyther evolution. Okay, that did nothing. Fine, we'll go overkill. Burger King learned fire! Because flame broiling just wasn't enough. I actually think the new Burger King commercials are kind of annoying, to be honest with you. Like, I really felt that they really just kind of lost a lot of their spirit whenever they stopped having the characters. Because whenever you look at McDonald's or something like that, you think of Ronald McDonald initially. So whenever they take away their biggest brand identity, you just don't really feel that it's just not special anymore. Because back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there was so much weird McDonald's stuff that they did. There was the Wacky Adventures of Ronald McDonald, which was a live-action animated TV show in the vein of Mario Brothers Super Show, but it was the McDonald Land characters. No, why? No Ultros. Ultros, no Ultrosing. I actually have 4 Ultros fights here. He gets sick of being a receptionist and he wants to pay you all back. No! No, please! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Please, please tell me that is a joke. Because if that is not a joke, No. I just wanted to go overkill with that. I was gonna make my model appear like really, really large on screen. When the 3 of us go hunting on the veldt, we always run across a boy dressed in hides. For some reason, the boy never shows up when all four of us are out there together. There's huge dinosaurs in the forest north of Belt. They're incredibly strong. There's no way a human could defeat one, but it sure would be something to brag about if he did. They always leave me here so they can try to befriend that kid. I don't want to go hunting with them anyway. One way to find out. Oh, no. You know how to scare me. If you can rename the Bushido techniques. You have to go into Sandra's skills page. Those dinosaurs they're referring to the ultimate grinding area, but your characters need to be substantially stronger first. I swear you could. Maybe they changed it in the Pixel remaster, or maybe it's just a different menu. No, it's only in the Pixel remaster. Yeah, that might be it, because it wouldn't let me do anything more than just that. Okay, a treasure chest. Because that just gives us more to name. Like, we can have his skill, like, deep fried, or bucket of chicken, or something, to reference the fact that he is literally a walking KFC advertisement. Monster in a box! Ooh. As long as it's not Ultros. Death Warden. I feel like I'm gonna get into something really bad. Wonder what type of magic this distinguished gentleman may use. I have no idea. Probably something that causes instant death. Oh. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh, I just healed him for 8,000. Damn it. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to use Runic then. Bullshit. Doom. Okay, and then Runic. Oh, never mind. Flaggerman, Ribbon, and Flickering Big has a tendency to make enemies heal themselves from absorbed enemies. Or whatever that said. Sorry. Hey, now, Doom is a first-party shooter and an old punk band. Stupid skeleton guy. Yes, ripping on the name of Doom. Oh, wait, I got an item from that, so I wonder if that's something I can get big. Yeah, that's substantially better. Well, there's more items over here, so I'm gonna go grab those chests real quick. I did. I removed it and I put in a different item. Doe, Homer Simpson style. Doe! It was really helpful at some points. Some items I just forget that I have equipped a lot of the time. Fuck. Okay, so it heals from Ice Man. Also, while I'm at it, thought I'd do some. I thought I'd wear something cute. Berserker ring. Yeah, because there's these doors down here. I haven't been over here, so I want to see what's over here first. No. That is literally a chimera. Also, what do you think, Aunt Jenna? This is probably one of the most feminine outfits that I have. It's got a little daisy up here that actually has physics. It's kind of like a prom dress-esque look. Okay, so... Love it, why of course. Thank you. Yeah, I also think about how lame my high school proms were, because I remember that the decorations fell in the middle of prom, and it was just the worst experience. And I remember that the school dances were equally cheap, where they had like one little set of lights, and then yeah, they just did not put much money into the entertainment of the students. And then a couple months ago, back in October, I went to an 80-person rave in VR chat, and they had a professional DJ and everything, multiple different music acts, which is really cool seeing people play music in virtual reality, because you don't have to pay for the tickets. You just go to these worlds, and then you could just do all of these concerts and stuff and see exclusive musicians without having to leave your house. But it was just really cool because I remember that the stage literally changed into like this hellish dimension. It was super cool. Along with the music, like they put a lot of time and effort into it, and it's just a shame that that not more people know about this kind of thing. We had a Ring camera at my prom this year. The teacher who organized the whole thing got hit by the camera because he leaned into it while dancing, causing the booth to be shut down for around 30 minutes. Wow. Yeah, I really just went to my senior year, I went to my homecoming, the snowball dance, and my prom, just because I wanted to go to one of them in my time in high school. But at the same time, there really wasn't much to it. It was just all boring, and they really didn't put much effort into the entertainment of the students, and it just was very disappointing. Because a story that I've told on stream before, but I'll kind of summarize it. At my prom, what would happen there was I got in fairly late, but I just remember that the students would grab these soda cans that they had available for us. They would grab a soda can, and then they would pick up another soda can, and then set it on the table and forget that it was there and theirs, and then they would go grab another one. So by the time I got in there, the only beverage that they had was water. It's like, oh, I want to go and drink water at my prom. I mean, sure, that prevented the spiked punch and things like that, but at the same time, it's like, I feel kind of cheated. And I was so excited for it, too. I really was, and it was just so lame. Because, thinking of it retrospectively, it was just really poorly put together and lame. And then again, my high school experience was like that. The school really did not care for the students at all. So putting any kind of effort into the stuff that they did for the students was rare. I couldn't either, but I felt like it was a great opportunity to finally express myself. I got dressed up and was both awesome and terrifying. I went with a couple of friends. I remember scanning every single area we went to for people I knew, or God forbid, family members who I wasn't out to yet. Well, hey, for what it's worth, Amber, I think you look great. I really liked the outfit that you showed me, because it's one that we both have, kind of, except mine's more of a dress and a denim jacket with some leggings. But hey, one thing is, I'm proud of you for putting yourself out there, because I know how hard that is. Because for me, I live in a very, I live in the Midwest, and the area that I live in is very prejudiced. So I feel that I'm not able to kind of express my feminine side much. So I can't really show off my gender fluidity very much at all. So when I stream and I get to talk and I get to do these things, I get to express myself the way I want to be seen. And one of those ways is just showing off these outfits that I'd love to wear in real life, but just don't have the courage or the motivation to do so. Sounds cool and all, except for the whole rave thing. I kid. Well, I partially kid. VR is really quite cool. I don't even have a particularly advanced setup. One of the earlier examples of standalone VR headset, but it's really cool all the same. I love this game called Face Your Fears. I do want to get a PSVR 2 at some point from a PS5. Loving that you're all sharing this aspect of your life. You're all great. And Dio, you're also really handsome. You're a handsome gentleman as well. I love your hair. And Big, you have probably one of the most badass beards I've ever seen on a human. I mean, you would make Blackbeard jealous with that beard. I could not... I'm covered in fur and I wouldn't be able to grow something like that. But yeah, that was kind of something that I struggled with even when I started streaming initially, because I would wear the Black Mesa hoodie. That was kind of like a reference to my old Sona when I was on YouTube. But whenever I was encouraged by people, it's like, you need to be yourself more and show off that feminine side. I started wearing the more female-oriented outfits that I have, and, well, here we are. I'm wearing a dress with a nice little daisy. No putting yourself down, 1,000 boop free. 1,000 boop free. Fee. Blah, I can't read. Once we got done with all the outside events and presentation and stuff, the rest of the prom is what I describe as the best night of my life. There were a few people who hadn't been out to before who said I looked stunning. I feel connected to all of you through my nephew's Twitch here, and I'm better off for it. Yeah, and that's the thing, Aunt Jenna, is that my community is very wholesome and sweet. I love everybody in my community, and that's why I try to give back as much as I can. I'll take the boop freeze. Well, you can't boot me, but you can throw things at me, and that counts. And that's the thing, is that I never know who has enough points to do what. So some of you might do some ducks, somebody might throw bananas at me. It's just really up to whatever you're feeling. At some point, I'd like to add some new... oh, big head. So at some point, I'd like to add some new objects, too. Ugh! No! I need to put a hand up and one on the controller, one on my hand. Okay, good. That was a very limited amount of ducks, but still. Oh, welcome back, Airman. I changed clothes. Needed to be in something a little bit more relaxing, I would say. Because having a full-on plate carrier with a jacket gets kind of tiring after a while. But two of these guys at once are great for building up spells quickly. They got replaced with an awesome flower. Oh, and the dress is there too. Yeah. Yeah, this seems like a fairly good area to grind at. But since he heals with ice magic, does that mean he's also weak to fire magic? But yeah, so I don't know what everybody is watching me on, but if you were watching on mobile or on PC, you can go to there's a little icon on the bottom of the bubble. If you click on that, that's the channel points, and then you just click on whatever. Some of the redeems are just kind of defaults, but then others can change the outfit. So like the stuff that says like Apocalypse, Let's Go Bananas, stuff like that. That's where you can hit me with stuff, change outfits, and I have quite a few outfits, so don't feel worried about that. Now imagine wearing ABUs for 2 hours straight while doing drill. I actually have. So I was in college ROTC, so and I also went to a couple events through that. So college ROTC is an actual military sponsor. Well, I mean JROTC is, but it's an actual military enlistment program, kind of. So what you do is you go in, and at the end of your training, you'll be given a second lieutenant rank. But I was going to do that, but then COVID happened, and well, that kind of took that out of the equation. But I mean, I did do quite a few things in that. So I did. Exercises, what was it, battle drills, and, labs. That's the word I was looking for, labs. I was in JROTC and wearing uniforms was so hectic. Granted, I looked mighty fine, but I definitely circumvented. Didn't like cutting my hair. Yeah. Heading dinner, take it easy, y'all. Alright, Blaze, have a good dinner, and tell me what you ate. I'm curious. What ROTC did you do? I was Army, so I was doing Army ROTC. So I did both, well, I also did Army JROTC as well when I was in high school, but then I went to college ROTC. Oh hey, there's Jack in the Box. But then after college, because I still kind of want... I forgot to heal big. That's my mistake. I'm in a little program called Civil Air Patrol. Yeah, that's the Air Force Auxiliary, the Civilian Air Force Auxiliary. Yeah, I've heard of it. I know a few people who are in Civil Air Patrol currently, actually. One of the old weather people that I worked with when I worked at a different news station was in Civil Air Patrol. Jedi: Rise of the Clones. Is this one of those new sequels? Disney has gone too far this time. Thank you, Ryan Johnson. And Civil Air Patrol was something that I considered at one point, because I would like to do stuff involved with the military, but I'd rather not enlist myself. Because after college, I was going to enlist in the military. In fact, I went into the Army recruiting office, and I got all the paperwork done. I got my fingerprints done, and they were just waiting for a date to send me to MEPS, the Military Interesting Processing Station. But I just never ended up going. And then eventually I was like, okay, maybe I want to do the Air Force instead, and I just never pulled the trigger on that. So I did the same thing, did the paperwork there, but just never ended up going. He still needs one. So I'll give him Kieran, because he needs to learn heal. I guess it's a good thing you didn't go Air Force for 2 reasons. Okay, I guess I gotta go... Oh, down here. Luckily, I can also use a tent here. Reason 1, you wouldn't be here. Yeah, that's kind of a big thing for me, is that I would be somewhere else, especially because it was in 2020 and it's a 4-year contract, at least at the bare minimum, so I'd still be there. If you went to Air Force, you would have to fight Ultros before it. No! These wounds are awful. I knew I should have saved. Behemoth King! Reason 2, you would have crashed into your refueling plane without using your main display. Haha! I can fly a plane, but I can't land one. And that's a fact. I can't land a plane for shit. And that's always been kind of a thing. Like, even in, like, flying games that aren't simulators, I cannot land a plane at all. I keep fucking this up. There we go. Yeah, I deserve it. Something's coming from behind. Okay, then turn around. Another monster appears. Another Behemoth King. There's always good and bad things I've heard about each branch, but I know some of the more notoriously known ones, and then others. I thank those who serve, but like gods, it's tough depending on what you get going in, who you're set with. It can be either miserable or amazing, but either way, it's mentally exhausting. Yeah, I had a friend who went to Marine Corps boot camp, and he actually was harassed and bullied out of the program. Which they say that hazing is not allowed, but it's kind of like a what they don't know won't hurt them kind of situation, where they just kind of say that it's a rule, but yeah, I've heard some really bad horror stories. But I can't confirm any of it because it's all hearsay from my friends, but it's also stuff that I've heard from other people too. Behemoth suit, cool. Like a don't ask, don't tell policy. The second Behemoth King. Man, this game is progressive for the time. I love that. My friend Kayla joined the military and got harassed all the way through nuclear. It was horrendous for them. Yeah, I've got a lot of buddies who are currently in. I've got a really, really close friend who's in the National Guard, and he got deployed. He got deployed to a hot zone, and I'm really worried about him because he's an artillery engineer, so he is going to be actually probably going to be in some active combat scenarios. Nuclear. Or we could call it nuclear. I don't mind if somebody calls it nuclear or nuclear. It's the same thing, you're just saying it different ways, even if you're adding like an extra few letters. This is the second biggest reason why I would never join the military. See, I heard that the Canadian military has designated places where you can smoke weed. I don't know if that's true or not, but like they're more forward thinking as far as medicinal substances like that. So I've heard that there are places in the Canadian military where you can just go smoke weed. They went to nuclear in the Navy and he went on a ship, but the ship sucked. The ship sunk. Must be having a nightmare. Yeah, having a nightmare about joining the Canadian military. Oh, is this his backstory? Oh, are we gonna see Puppy Interceptor? Oh, baby! You came to try and stop me leaving. I'm sorry, but I can't turn back, boy. Stay here with my daughter? Oh, he has a family! You both deserve to live in peace. Oh. All we can do now is wait. Rest will help. Completed 50% of the bestiary entries. I'm not complaining if they come back with a mermaid if the ship actually sunk, but nonetheless, I'm just glad that they came out in one piece. Cons, I may die. I'm horribly out of shape and rampant harassment. Pros, weed. I mean, why do you think my dress is green? No, it's supposed to match my eyes. Stretch Armstrong, alright. Y-M-C-A. That actually was a lot more smooth than I thought it would be. Anyways, keep that daughter in mind. It's only a scratch. I've had worse, and I've got this guy watching over me. Well, at least he's conscious. And we wouldn't have got any of this had we just left the floating continent and he died. I'm so glad that we saved him. So I tell you what, chat, what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna leave this town real quick, which looks miraculously in good shape, regardless of the world being filled with blood-red seas and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show off the photos, and then we can chit-chat while I do the photos. So give me just a second while I set that up. But that'll be the ending of the Final Fantasy VI portion of the stream for tonight. I will probably be doing a stream on Christmas Day, but I will not... but don't feel obligated to show up on Christmas Day. That's just if anybody has they're done with their Christmas celebrations and they want to come by and just they need something to kind of chill out with, because that was kind of the reason why I didn't stream on Thanksgiving, because I didn't want to take away anybody's Thanksgiving experience. So let me get some music up and then we will continue. Okay, so you've got some music up, and now let's take a look at these photos. So, Airman Protocol, if you have anything you would like to share as well, if you follow the link on the main part of my Twitch page, I do have a Discord server. And as I said earlier, I do share my community's photos, artwork, music, stuff like that at the end of streams if I can, if there is anything. So, this time we are going to be sharing Big's Aurora photos, and then also Cranberry's adventures. Yes, install, update. Gotta go back up a little bit. I'll also show the star photos that you took as well, Big. And this also goes for you as well, Anjena, if you were still in the chat. I'm always willing to show photos or video. Really just anything that you're proud of. Okay, so it looks like we've got 2 Cranberry adventures because I missed one last time. And then we've also got your Lake Superior photos, Big. Just gotta make sure that Behance logs me in. Okay, so we should be good to go. Sure, I'd love to see that. Yeah, like I said, on the main page, that's a way to get into my Discord server, and from there you just post the link into the general images channel, and from there I will show off the photos. The various fast food chains band together to fight back against the McEmpire, and a clown destroys the world. Well, I would say Kefka has, or Ronald McDonald has a much larger kill count than Kefka. Okay, so let's see. Do that. To reset it. And then let me go to the night sky photos first. It seems very adamant for me to go to this one. There we go. Okay, so first thing that we have here is these are Big's night sky photos that he did the other day. And this was just in your backyard, if I remember correctly, but just, like, the colors of all these stars are incredible. Like, just look at, like, you can see the different shades of color as well. And that's what I really, really love about this. I'm gonna turn the music down just a tad bit. What channel do you want me to put pictures in again? General images. And from there, you can just put the pictures in there, and then I'll just put them up on the Chrome, and then I'll share them. Yeah, this is, from my understanding, Big was looking for a meteor shower at the time, and I believe this little trail right here was the meteor that you caught. So, still, that's something that's extremely rare in general to catch. But seeing that you caught this right here is really cool, because I don't think I've ever seen a shooting star in real life. Of course, I've seen, like, videos and stuff, but I've never actually seen one physically with my own eyes. I just saw one. Yeah, I guess I'm just unlucky. But then again, I don't really go out at night much anymore. I mean, I've seen a solar eclipse. That's probably the coolest meteor meteorological event that I've seen was the 2017 solar eclipse. Oh, this one is smooth. Because not only is the detail, like, really well preserved, but you can see, like, I don't know if you can see this on my end, but I don't know if this is just, like, some low-flying clouds or some mistiness, but you can see these little bits right here that looks to be part of the Milky Way or the nebulas, because you can see this kind of, like, gassy-looking substance here. But what I love is that, again, the color variety. So you've got all these blue and bright stars, but then you come over here, and then you've got this bright orange one, and I think you got like a lighter orange here. Hey guys, just got back from seeing a meteor shower. Taylor, no. A Christmas meteor shower. But hey, I would much rather be here showcasing my community's photos and videos than go see a meteor shower, because that's what's more important to me, is to make sure that you all are, like, you all feel special and you all are welcomed and showcased. Ooh! Yeah, that's definitely some cloud cover, but still, even with this cloud cover, it kind of gives a little bit more of a charm, because I can just kind of feel the breezy, warm air just looking at that. Because it reminds me of those times that I would have New Year's celebrations with my family and just go out and then see, like, all of the cloud cover at night that you could see from the light pollution. But yeah, excellent work as always, Big. So now we're going to move on to Cranberry's photos. Let me go to the first one in the list here. I couldn't go hiking on Sunday because of my obligations. However, I took photos of the Christmas goods in the store. There aren't many photos this week, but I hope you enjoy them. Well, I mean, I always enjoy Cranberry's adventures. Oh, that's actually... it took me a second to actually see what this was, but it's soda, like 12 packs of soda that are stacked together to form a little Christmas house. That's cool. I remember when Halo 3 came out, like, there was somebody did that with Master Chief. But the problem is whenever you take the soda away from here, then it kind of takes away from the entire sculpture. So it's like, it's a fleeting art piece. See, I want to put up Christmas decorations myself, but it's just, motivation is hard, because it's kind of the same thing with Halloween. It's just when you don't really have many events going on during that time, at least physically, because I don't really have Halloween parties physically with anybody. Same thing with Christmas, save for the family. But it's just, I don't really have the incentive to do it because nobody's going to see it. But we did set up the Christmas tree in the living room, so that's something of a bonus. If you think about it, all art is fleeting depending on perspective. Statues will erode in a few thousand years, which is nothing on a cosmic scale. Yeah, that's true. And that's what makes art beautiful, is that you see it when it's there, and then you have the memory of it. Also, peen. Aww. I saw somebody the other day who had something like this that had reindeer antlers and then a nose on the front. Do you like Christmas sweets? Many sweet foods are sold here. The car is dressed like a reindeer. Oh, hey, it's a Skuntank. No grappling hook, but we got Skuntank. Aw, Sleepy Charmander. But what's that doing in a Christmas section? Anyway, that was a lot of fun. That was really cute, Cranberry. So let's move on to her recent adventure. There aren't many photos today, and once again the grappling hook was left behind. My mother left me with her old dog, so I couldn't go on any big adventures. This is also a quick visit to the park. I hope we can resume some serious mountain walking soon. There's a gun tank. This rock here, just in the middle of this place, reminds me of when I went to church as a kid. There was, on the way there was this, like, big rock that was in the middle of a field, and me and my aunt would, not Aunt Jenna, but me and my other aunt would just call it the Elephant Rock because it was shaped like an elephant, and it was just in the middle of this field somewhere. But years later it was removed, which made me really sad, but it's just, yeah, it was just an open field with this big rock in the middle of nowhere that nobody knows why it was there. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Post in Discord. All right. So once I finish this one up, I'll go ahead and open the rest up, and I think I will. I'll do big photos of the Lake Superior last because they're the ones that have the most. It's a collection of photos. There aren't many photos today, and once again the grappling hook was left behind. My mother left me with her old. Okay, so it's the same text. Ooh, that tree looks gnarly. I used to be able to tell roughly about how old the tree was, but I couldn't tell you based on the rings anymore. It's been, I think I knew that like in middle school. But still, like all the leaves on the ground like that, it's just really gorgeous. Because even small little things like this, I just always love to see, because something that could be considered so simple as like a visit to a park somewhere else is news to me, and it's awesome because when you've lived in an area most of your life and you've seen pretty much everything there is to see, even the small things like this in areas outside of my state, outside of my city, and my general area is interesting to me. I love to see everyone's adventures and their photos. I don't know about you, but Skuntank looks very angry in this photo. Like, they have this kind of expression on their face. I should also probably change the Twitch tag so Twitch doesn't get angry with me. Small things tend to have the most significant impacts in a way. Exactly, and that's something so small to someone else might be really big to another person, and that's what I really think is cool about this. It's kind of how I felt about my college town, because my college town was really small, but it had a lot of charm to it, and in a lot of ways I preferred being there than in my hometown. I'll be honest, there's not much new here. I've been to this park before. I miss using the grappling hook. Yeah, because the grappling hook is just so cool. It looks like there's a soccer game or something going on back here. There's also a path that went through a forest area. Oh, there they are. And if I'm thinking a little too deeply into this, but when you look at small little trails like this and just the trees and stuff, these trees have been here for potentially centuries. And not only that, these trails, seeing as they're public trails, anybody could be going down these trails or have been down these trails in the past. Somebody could have met the love of their life randomly on this trail. They could have got a brand new idea on some life-changing invention. You just never know what had happened at these specific places, which gives it a lot of interest. Why does Big have the simp role? And he what? Excuse me? That must have been something that Sarah did, because I didn't. No, okay, let me open up my Discord, and I have to see. Where's Big? He does! He does have the role. Oh, I know what that is. That's the role that was given to him to access the mod chat. The S stands for super, apparently. I suppose Sarah also told you that. But yeah, I'm going to be sending Cranberry my GoPro soon, so not only will she able to be able to take a lot more like wide-angle shots and other photos, because the GoPro is a 12 megapixel camera, which is about the resolution of my old digital camera, which is fantastic. It's still really fantastic, and it has a 120 gig SD card in it, so the it is able to record at least like 8 hours of footage if you just continuously record it with it. I don't even think the battery would last that long, but still. That's all I have. Let's hope next week will be more interesting. Grappling Hook Girl is a must explore. Ooh, I like this one. It's just so beautiful. Okay, so let me pull up your photos in the general images. Looks like the screenshots had a little bit of trouble from the Deliverance of Mars ones, but I'll go ahead and show the other photos. So let me open them up real quick. Okay, here we are. So these are Airman Protocol's photos. So I'm curious what kind of plane you were in, and kind of like what the context of this is. But still, like, that is a really, really big engine. This one is a Boeing to new. Nice. He was in a plane that could fly. I mean, I would hope so, especially if you're taking photos from a plane that, if it couldn't fly, well, it's probably me crashing into the ground. This is your airline pilot, Eno. We're going to make an unintentional crash landing. Our landing gear we forgot to put down, so, which is exactly what I did at the end of that stream. I forgot to put my landing gear down, but I landed the plane and I survived. And I used the ejection seat after the plane was already on fire and on the ground. But yeah, like, this is a really good photo because you're by the wing, so you get to see just the size of this thing. And it's huge. It's very huge. Oh, that's cool. I also like how you can kind of see the light of the dusk kind of hitting the plane like that. And then I think this is like lights coming from the plane that's on here. But still, I love that because you get to see like all the individual building lights and stuff. And I'm assuming that's a river. Same plane, but later. Yeah, and see, the thing is, I'm really interested in aviation and planes, and I love history especially, but I'm actually, funnily enough, I'm pretty terrible with flying in a plane. Because when I went to visit a friend back in 2022, I got really, really airsick. And the last time I had been in a plane before that was like late 2003, early 2004, so I had not been in a plane since I was in like the first grade or something. Or wait, was I in the first grade? First or second grade? I don't remember what grade I was in. We're thinking like 20 years at this point. But still, really, really cool. Like, I love how you can see all the lights and stuff. Because, again, getting a little philosophical here, just seeing all these individual lights lighting up, like, it's just life, like, people's lives are just going on as it is, regardless of the plane being there or not. Ooh! That is pretty, I'm guessing that's one of the, yeah, because I can see the lights there. I'm assuming that's another one there. But that is cool, because you also get to see the stars as well. One thing that I am absolutely a sucker for is astrophotography and night sky photos. But not only are you seeing the night sky super close up, you've also got the clouds here, because that's something that's always amazed me about flying is that whenever you see the clouds like that, they kind of look like a snow-covered countryside. Older Boeing going from Newark to Fort Lauderdale at night. All three of these were taken on an iPhone 12. Hey, we got the same phone. I've got one. I've got an iPhone 12 as well. Oh, what? Yeah, oh, that is so cool. Oh, I've always wanted to go there. Oh, that is so cool. Cape Canaveral, yes, Cape Canaveral. I've always wanted to go there. That is so cool. That's why you're on the planes. Yeah, that's awesome, Airman. That is absolutely awesome because I've always wanted to see Cape Canaveral, and just I've always wanted to see a rocket launch too because that would just be something that you just remember the rest of your life. Ooh. I have to kind of tilt my head a little bit to read. Now, what's really cool about these things is whenever I saw the Space Shuttle Discovery, it looks similar to the way that this is set up, but when I saw the Discovery, every individual panel had a bunch of serial numbers on it, and it kind of looks like this one has, this vehicle here has a lot of serial numbers and stuff on it as well, which is really cool that they put that much detail and thought into that. Space Dolphin, yeah, that is awesome. Like, I think that's I think they used this exact one in the Star Trek Enterprise intro. Yeah, it does kind of look like a space dolphin. I mean, the color's all there. Star Citizen, Aegis Dynamics. Still, awesome photos, Airman. Like, absolutely awesome. Going to Cape Canaveral has been a dream of mine. I've always wanted to... and that's the thing, is whenever I was younger, there was a traveling exhibit for the Apollo 11 missions. They had the command module, and they had other artifacts like Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong spacesuits. But I didn't get the chance to go because it was half a state, or it was an entire state away, and by the time I had the funds to go to it, I couldn't. Because it was on loan from the Smithsonian, but I don't know if I'll be able to see it. But I did get to see the Enola Gay and a couple other historic planes at the Air and Space Museum, so I feel nice about that. This is a cutting board that I made and engraved. Awesome! So did you use, like, so did you just engrave it with tools, or did you do, like, a flame engraving kind of thing? Because I've done, like, wood engraving with, like, a torch, but I've never done it with, like, other tools. Because either way, like, whatever tools you used, full spectrum laser engraver. Okay, but still, that is awesome. I used an actual, like, physical torch, which I probably shouldn't have been doing, but and I might still have them somewhere. But yeah, again, excellent work. Like, that is really cool. Because you got Aegis Dynamics, Star Citizen. What does that say? Does that say Anvil Aerospace? That totally was not a way for me to hint at somebody hitting me with an anvil. Well, hey, I have a choice to do it to myself. That way I can prevent somebody from doing it to me. Woohoo! I hit myself with an anvil! But yeah, excellent work. This is genuinely really, really cool. Because I've only done torch, like stuff with a torch before. I've never done laser engraving, but this is really impressive. And FX delivers from Mars photos. Okay. Or deliver us Mars. Ooh. Take it in game. Yeah, this looks really nice. They've even made it accurate with the dust storms and stuff like that. Because Mars has some, like, the dust bowl is like spring cleaning compared to the dust storms on Mars. But still, yeah, I'll give it a look. I do have kind of a schedule on what I'm playing currently, because right now my schedule is because I kind of alternate between games on some days. I've just been really hooked on Final Fantasy VI currently. Oh, no worries. We're getting to the last of the photos. But yeah, I do have a schedule, so like maybe like a day that on one of my off days I could try it. But right now I've got Final Fantasy VI, and then after 6, Kingdom Hearts 2, and then Chrono Trigger after that, and then what else? Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Fable: The Lost Chapters, Fable 2, Yoma Warrior: Lost in the Dark. So I've got a lot on my plate, but I don't have to adhere to that specific schedule all the time. So definitely check back, because I stream random stuff all the time. Like VTOL VR was a very random stream on my part. But yeah, it's definitely something that I'll look into, because I love spacey type games, because Dead Space is my favorite horror game of all time, and spacey stuff is just awesome. So last but not least, we'll be taking a look at Big Something's Lake Superior photos. And these are all of the processed photos from, I believe, when you shot in RAW. Because one of the big things that I advocate for is photography. I am an amateur photographer myself. Big is also a photographer, and I like to show off these skills. Oh yeah, I mean, space photography, that's what we're looking at. On the last day of November, I stumbled upon a message showing an aurora forecast which extended through the upper Midwest. A friend and I immediately took the opportunity to drive up the coast to Lake Superior in northern Wisconsin, where we would have the clearest view of the aurora if and when it showed up. I prefer my photos medium rare. So you like a lot of pixelation in your photos then? See, I wouldn't have believed that this was Wisconsin when I saw, like, this desert here. Oh, so like a JPEG? I call it retro. Well, adios, I got 3% battery. Enjoy the rest of the stream and the bone. Alright, Airman, thanks for popping in, and I hope you have a good rest of your night, and if you don't see me before Christmas, Merry Christmas, and hope you have a good one. Thanks again for the photos and popping in. Okay, I took the time to practice some night photography here while I waited. I also took the opportunity to test out my phone's camera while I waited. Eventually, I saw what happened to be a haze over 2 harbors, knowing how well my phone camera performed at this light. I quickly took a photo of the haze and found this. Ooh. On 25th, I'm heading to South Carolina, so I'll get many photos then. Yeah, definitely. Share all of them, or whichever ones you want to share. I'd love to share them on stream. But yeah, see you later, and Merry Christmas. Seeing how the aurora finally emerged, I set up my tripod and tried getting photos with my camera. It was difficult to set the correct focus and capture the aurora clearly, but I did the best with what I had. This is the result. Oh, dude! Oh, that is so cool! I like the lights here too, but I never would have thought that it would look kind of hazy like that, because if you look in my general images Big, I posted last night, I believe, a photo of me looking at an aurora borealis. If not, I can actually probably post it, but because that's the closest that I've ever been to seeing an aurora is through virtual reality. But this is still really, really cool. Through some refining, I managed to get photos of the aurora with a more clearly defined shape and more visible color, though it was still somewhat faded. I like this because it kind of looks like almost like a tornadic kind of funnel cloud right here, but it's not. Yeah, because if the aurora came down this far south where I am, I really feel that nobody would, like, a lot of people wouldn't even know what they were looking at, because it's just something that you just don't see around here. Because of, obviously, northern lights, but it would probably be a cautionary thing if we saw the aurora borealis this far south. But overall, I was impressed with my phone capture as well. I was not expecting the level of performance in low light conditions, and I was pleasantly surprised. yeah, like your phone surprisingly captured it really well, especially this one right here. Okay, so that looks to be all of... Oh, wait. I am grateful that I was able to see an aurora this close to home. I was expecting it would be a while longer before I would do so, and that it would be in another country. The solar storm was an intense one, and according to those who study solar flare activity, this will be much more common over the next year or two. With luck, I'll be able to see another aurora very soon, and hopefully you will too. I hope you enjoyed these photos. I certainly enjoyed taking them. I hope to have another collection of aurora photos soon. Yeah, it was rather hazy and straddled the northern horizon, so the aurora was still very distant. But still, hey, you still captured it, and that's what's important. So I am going to go ahead and stream here. I will go ahead and raid out to... You know what? Let's give Kamikaze some love. Kamikaze makes fake. He is currently streaming Hollow Knight, which is one of my favorite Metroidvania games. Very wholesome individual, also a very talented musician. Go give him some love. And enjoy some Hollow Knight. I mean, people say that I resemble the knight from that game, but still. I'll be seeing you all next time. Take care, everyone. Thank you all so much for showing your photos to me and all the stuff that you're passionate about. I'll be seeing you probably on Christmas Day. Take care, everyone, and I'll be seeing you next time.